You're trying.
I just said just go and stay over until we get this sorted
You're
out.
trying.
We're not trying to make it worse. We're not trying to.
You are, because you're trying to tell. First, you told me to leave the building. You're ordering me to leave the building. You told me to.
told you to building. I said.
I had no idea the sidewalk is private property.
Oh, you talking about the Coca-Cola?
Yeah, yeah. You know, you can't cure stupid, dude.
A man walks into a public building with a camera, but instead of transparency, he's met with resistance. A deputy sheriff and a lieutenant try to flex their authority, but they're about to learn the hard way power doesn't override rights.
Even though it always seems to be an issue when we record them.
What are you doing?
Yes, ma'am. Can I help you with something?
Can I help you with something? You wandered in our building.
And this is your building?
This is the treasurer office.
Yeah. This is the treasurer's office that's funded by the people, correct?
Right. Did you need something?
I don't know. I don't need anything, ma'am. No.
Oh, well. You just came in? Is there a reason you came in? It's okay. I'm not just trying to, I'm here to help.
Oh, yeah. I don't need any help, ma'am. Thank you. I really appreciate that, though. Thank you so much. Anyway, do you see how they always say this is their building? You came into our building. Excuse me, ma'am? Can you help me with anything? Who are you?
I work here. Why are you recording? We do. The girls.
Well, I'm not recording girls. What capacity do you work here, in your name?
What are you doing here?
In what capacity do you work here?
I'm
And
the office manager. What are you doing?
And your name is?
I don't need to give that to you.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't.
Isn't
need to
that?
give that, sir?
Do you not work
What
for
are you
the?
recording in here for?
Do you not work for the people?
Why are you recording in here?
Well, I don't know who you are, ma'am. I don't want to share any information with you at this time. She was very rude, whatever your name is. The rude office manager, who does not have a name, could have just asked Sheila over here what my name was and what I was doing. But she wanted to be confrontational. Hey, how are you guys?
I'm gonna have you just step out here with us
For what?
because we need to talk to you. So just go ahead and step out here with us.
Oh, we can talk right here, right?
I'm gonna have you step out here.
Why would that be? Can I get your name and badge numbers, please?
Yep, we can do that when you step out here.
But why would I need to step out there?
Outside.
Are you conducting business in here?
Yeah, for sure.
What business are you
I would ask that you de-escalate and identify yourselves, please. I would just,
What
you know,
business are you conducting?
respectfully, because I don't like the
Go
way
ahead,
that.
sir.
Sorry, sir.
What business are you conducting here?
Ma'am, what business of that is yours? To be honest with you, and you're not even identifying yourself to me as a law enforcement officer.
My vest identifies who I am. My name tag identifies who I am.
I don't know how to pronounce
So we got
that.
a call. That's fine. You don't have to know how to pronounce it. We got a call.
I mean, I would like
that
to.
you were in here, and that you needed to be removed from here.
Okay, and that's what you're trying to do, correct?
Well, I was just trying to talk to you.
No, you're trying to order
I
me
said
to
you
leave.
No, I said, can you step out here?
And I politely refused, and I said we could talk right here.
Okay.
And so we could lower our voices and not
So
interrupt any
what
business.
do you have here?
Oh, I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
I'm taking some pictures and video.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Can I get your badge number or anything that
G704 is my badge.
G704
That's
and
my-
your name, sir, and badge number?
I'm Lieutenant Jones, 640.
Lieutenant Jones. Thank you, Lieutenant. I appreciate it.
All right, so what you need?
I don't need anything. I didn't call you,
Well,
sir.
if you don't need anything, you need to leave the building then.
What do you mean?
Well, if you're not here to conduct business, you need to leave.
I am conducting business, sir. I'm conducting constitutionally protected business, sir.
Okay, are you...
Did you take an oath? Did you take an oath to uphold the Constitution, sir?
Are you here at the motor vehicle trying to pay your registration or...
Sure, I'm documenting the motor vehicle as an independent journalist, which is a constitutional right afforded to me under the First Amendment, sir. So, which is the Constitution that you both took an oath to uphold. So I'm respectfully, sir, I don't want to escalate the situation. I'm really just trying to de-escalate it at this time. But you telling me to leave a public building that I help fund, it's you know, violate my rights like that. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate the escalation by this officer here. You know, I feel like this right here is
By
disrupting
this right here,
business.
they're having to redirect customers.
Yeah, that's your fault, sir.
Interrupting the business.
No, but that's
We're
your
asking you
fault.
to step on the hallway so we can discuss why you're here and what constitutional, whatever you got going on.
Well, I don't want to disrupt business, sir. That's not my intention. So I have no problem. You guys can.
Trying to conversate right here in front of their doorway.
I know, but technically that's your fault, sir, not mine. Business was not halted until you got here, ironically. So I don't want to interrupt business in any way. I'm trying to de-escalate. I explained to the women why I was here. The woman here at the desk, Sheila. I told her my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and video for a story. I told her exactly what I'm doing here. I'm not being suspicious, you know, whatever that means, or, you know, I'm just trying to take some pictures and video of the building here.
Okay. How long will you be doing that?
Until I'm finished with my story, sir. That's, you know, I'm documenting the treasurer's office and the DMV here. Just documenting the ins and outs of it. You're a supervisor, correct? You said you were a lieutenant? Okay, just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure I knew who I was talking to.
Sir, just go ahead and stay over here.
See, this is what you're trying to do again, ma'am. You're
I
trying.
just said just go ahead and stay over here
You're-
until we get this sorted
you're
out.
trying-
We're not trying to make it worse. We're not trying to.
You are,
make-
because you're trying to tell. First, you told me to leave the building. You're ordering me to leave the
I didn't tell
building.
you to leave the building.
You told me
He
to.
told you to the building. I said, can you step outside into the hallway?
Yeah, when I told you no,
asked you.
no, yeah, you asked me,
Okay.
and then when I told you no, you became very assertive and
Because
tried to
there's
tell
people
me.
trying to get in here, trying to do business, and you're disrupting.
You're
business.
disrupting the business, ma'am. You are, not me. And when I'm trying to walk away freely, you're telling me to stay here. So I'm gonna have a legal question for you right now.
Because we're trying
Am I
to
being
figure out what's going
okay?
on right
Am
now.
I being detained?
No, you're not.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's all I need to hear. You know, it's officers like Officer Hughesar. We'll just say that. It's officers like her that give law enforcement a bad name. And look, we have 2 more sheriffs arriving for a man with a camera. Don't understand. I'm such a threat. You need to have 4 law enforcement officers, armed law enforcement officers here. Hey, sir, how are you?
Not too bad yourself?
I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Good.
Thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
Yep.
You mind if I get your name and badge number, sir?
My name's James Garcia. Badge number 776.
Thank you. I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah, no
I appreciate it.
problem.
And your name and badge number, sir?
It's Deputy UMAC. Badge number is 249.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you guys.
What's
Thank
your
you.
name?
My name's Sean.
Sean? Nice to meet you, Sean.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You guys want to come in?
I think we're just waiting for Lieutenant.
Okay. Okay, that sounds great.
What you up to today, sir?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and videos, sir. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just taking some pictures and video of the Treasury Department here and just the whole building in general, actually. I'm just
Right on,
working
man.
right here. So,
How long
yeah.
you been a journalist?
Going on 2 years now.
Oh, how you like it?
I love it. I love it. I honestly love it. Does it pay well? I guess so.
Okay, that's good.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's more about doing what you love, right?
I got you. No, fair enough. I mean, law enforcement don't pay that great, but I loved it, so.
Yeah,
I know the feeling.
it's more about doing what you love.
Exactly. Right on. So with independent, do you like write stuff and then like give it to?
Yeah, it's more video format,
okay.
and I'm independent, meaning that I have my own platform, so
Okay.
I post my stories to my own platform for public consumption.
Oh, okay, so like YouTube or something like that.
Yeah, YouTube, all the social medias, definitely.
How long you been doing that for 2 years?
Yeah, for 2 years now, yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So you get like paid through YouTube or something like that?
Oh, yeah, YouTube, other various social media, you know.
Right on.
Exactly, yeah.
And I was talking to my wife.
How long have you been a law enforcement officer?
Let's see. April's gonna be 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so not too long. Not too long at all. And I was recently talking to my wife about it. She does real estate, and she's like trying to blow up her social media.
Yeah, it's important.
And like that. And she's like, I could maybe get some income out of this. And I was like, well, how many viewers do you need to actually like monetize?
So in order to get monetized, you need to have on YouTube, in order to get monetized, like anyone can have a YouTube channel, right? But in order to get monetized through YouTube, you have to have a certain amount of watch hours and a certain amount of, I think it's like 4,000 watch hours. And then a thousand, no, just in general, just in total.
Okay, I gotcha.
And then 1,000 subscribers. And there's one other, don't know, but 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. There's one other thing, I think, but I don't remember.
I imagine that.
But
takes
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it does take time. It does take time.
But
For me, I was
you
actually
get
pretty
that level
blessed.
and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I've already hit that level. I hit that level a long time ago. You know,
That's what's
I've been
up.
very blessed and fortunate, so it's been
That's good.
I assume since it's out of state,
That's
been
all,
very
that's
good.
where all the money is nowadays.
yeah, social media.
See all
Yeah,
these
I
kids
mean,
like 16 years old and they're millionaires from like
yeah,
video games. They're just
that's not me, but I do see those. My son watches, this kid who opens
Brian's Toys?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Like,
that
like
kid.
a gazillion.
Yeah, millions. Or I also have a 10-month-old, and he watches this YouTube channel called Miss Rachel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that one
And
too.
so Miss Rachel, she speaks very clearly, and it's like a very a baby show, like toddler show, and I think she makes like $700,000 a month.
Well, that's how
A month.
you know Blippi, right?
Yeah.
That's how Blippi got his start.
Oh, yeah,
Started
yeah,
on
yeah,
YouTube, and
yeah.
He's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I think Nickelodeon. He's on everything.
It's insane. It's insane. I can't fathom the amount. I'm like, and when you're doing stuff for kids, especially small kids, it makes a lot of sense because what are the parents are doing? They're putting Miss Rachel on over and over and over and over again.
Constant views while they're busy,
Yeah.
cooking, cleaning, doing everything else.
She was a preschool teacher, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I
right.
saw like a little interview she did. But yeah, she was a preschool teacher. Now she's some famous YouTube star. I'm not there yet, but
Hopefully
I hope
someday, right?
Hopefully someday. That's the goal. That way we can affect some real change.
I gotcha.
For sure.
Are you like trying to get some change around here or something?
Yeah, just change in government in general.
Okay, I gotcha.
That's basically it. Change in government in general. Excuse me, sir.
How you doing?
Good.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Ticket somewhere.
That I couldn't tell you.
I haven't seen anybody take a ticket, sir. You can talk to Sheila.
You live local?
No, I don't actually live local now. No. But yeah, listen, man, Garcia, your de-escalation technique is great. Great. Very commendable. There's and I don't really think it's a technique. I think you're just a good person, right? I think you're just having a good conversation with me, right?
There's nothing wrong with talking to people.
No, I mean it's
consensual encounter here.
Yeah, exactly. Some officers I've run across some officers that don't really do that too much.
I got you.
All right, if you don't mind, the ladies around here said if you do take photographs or videos of them, to not post them in any manner or anything. Okay.
My intention is not to record anybody individually.
And then also just don't disrupt the business, okay? Don't
Yeah,
interrupt the
definitely not doing
customers,
that.
Don't interrupt anybody like that, because then obviously you'll be breaking the law at that
Oh,
point.
sure, of course, yeah. I'm not about breaking the law, Lieutenant.
Appreciate you, man.
Garcia, nice meeting you,
good
sir.
day. Hey, stay
You have a
warm
good
out
one.
there.
Thank you.
No, we don't.
Let's catch this. Sheila, that wasn't necessary, was it? Do I seem like I'm going to hurt any of you or do anything like that?
I don't care to, I just feel like, of course, we feel uncomfortable. With this day, it's like, don't you think you would feel uncomfortable, like, person is in your office? There's so
I
many
told you
things
I
happening.
was, though.
It doesn't make a difference. A lot of people,
I'm on camera while I'm walking in here.
But
We all
what
are.
I'm saying is that,
There's like 12 cameras in that office.
and that's okay. But don't you think people feel uncomfortable with something like that now?
But it's a slippery shit.
Maybe if you just walked in and walked
Listen,
out.
I'm not saying I can't tell you how you're going to feel, but
Right.
I will say this, Sheila, is that when you start calling law enforcement for feeling uncomfortable,
Definitely.
that can be an issue because now they're coming in here. That one officer, the female officer, she's coming in here and you don't know what they just came from. You don't know, even though I'm talking to you very, cordially and everything, they might think I'm some type of criminal or a problem, and that you can put my life in danger at that point, right? Because
Well, all of us feel that. Probably what you're feeling is what we're feeling.
yeah, but I didn't call the police.
Well, you're welcome to do that.
No,
because we're
I'm
where
okay.
we're supposed to be. But
Yeah,
you know,
I'm where I'm supposed to be too. This is the people's office. That's what you need to understand. It's the office of the people, Sheila. Okay? Have a great day, okay? Take care.
all right. Have a great day, Steve.
All right, guys. So before we get out of here, let's do our open records request with the clerk. Yeah, I was looking to do open records request. Would I do that here?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Open records for the county?
Yes.
I don't know if you have a form or anything. Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Sir, are you videotaping?
Yes, ma'am. Who are you?
I'm the county clerk. Why are you videotaping my office?
This is not your office, respectfully, ma'am. Just, what's your name?
My name's Rebecca Nordick. I want to know why you're videotaping.
Ma'am, there's no... I feel like you're trying to escalate the situation. I'm taking some pictures and video, yes. I am taking some pictures and video.
Why?
I'm an independent journalist, ma'am. Just taking some pictures and video. That's all.
Well, you didn't ask for permission.
I don't need your permission.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Do you have a pen?
Oh, well, that table's not available.
Thank you so much. I'll fill this out and hand it right back to you, okay? Ma'am, so I included my email on there. If you could just send it to me via email, that'd be perfect. It's the first, last name, salary, and title of all county employees for the year 2022. And
Okay, you put 2023.
oh, okay.
So do you want 2022 or you want?
I'll take 2023. That's fine. And can you also just make me a copy, a stamped
Of
copy?
this?
Yes. Just so I have records that I submitted it, please.
Sure.
Thank you.
That's for you.
Thank you so much.
And we'll reach out to you if there's any costs associated with it.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yep.
Hopefully the county clerk doesn't do anything funny with my request. That's why I wanted a copy. But anyways, guys, we're going to be getting out of here. So I was just about to do my outro for the video when the sheriffs pulled up. I don't know why. I'm assuming because the county clerk called them when I just did my open records request. They were just here, so I don't know why they would come back. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Did you make them mad or something?
Excuse me?
Did you make them mad or something?
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, because they called us back for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you need to talk to the county clerk because I went in to do a open records request,
Okay.
and she said, "Why are you filming?" And I told her, "I'm an independent journalist, ma'am. I'm just documenting my process of." And she got really upset.
I got you.
So I guess she called you guys back.
Yeah.
And you guys have to come back. You could just tell her on the phone, like,
No, it's part of our job, man.
Yeah.
We gotta show up, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just, you know, all weekend was, hey, go back to the building for a removed subject. We don't know if you're irate. We don't know if there's a fight breaking out. We don't know what's going on. So we come to check. Obviously, I pull up. You're outside. So technically, you're not in the building anymore. So we don't need to remove you. So
Yeah.
he's just gonna go inside, figure out, you know, what's going on in there.
yeah. So I'm gonna go back inside too. I want to see what's going on too, because I don't want to. Doesn't make sense. My name's Sean, sir.
Sean, what?
Just Sean. Just Sean. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
What's the picture channel?
Oh, you forgot? I'm from Long Island. You too, care, man. Stay safe.
Long Island. How's the food out there?
Oh, it's pretty good. Food. It's the same. Nothing special about Long Island.
You guys got that fresh seafood, man?
I guess so.
Kansas, we ain't got that good stuff.
I guess so.
I wouldn't trust our sushi.
That's pretty cool. In the middle of Kansas, a guy just pulls up and, you know, watches our videos. He supports them. It's really, really, really nice.
So you from around here?
No, I'm not from around here, sir. I'm from Long Island.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
East Coast?
East Coast, yeah.
You ever been to California?
Never.
Never?
Never once. Never once.
weather.
I'll head out there eventually.
You ever been in Alberta before?
I have.
That's good.
I when I was in Utah. That's the first time. That's the first time I ever had an Alberta.
You ever had a Whataburger?
Huh? No, never had that.
There's that big debate on which one's better.
Yeah, I gotta try it then.
You know, I think In-N-Out's better, but some people swear Whataburger is. So.
For sure, I definitely have to try it.
So you live out in New York, so you just like going on?
I travel the country. Yeah, I'm an independent journalist, so I work for myself, and I just travel the country and I document different government buildings and do open records requests for public information.
So you just do
salaries.
That, like just kind of stop and
yeah, exactly.
just do that at random cities.
Yeah, just random cities across the country. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
yes, sir.
there's nothing illegal about it.
Exactly.
So.
Especially when I try to be the nicest person I can be.
I mean, I think people just, you know.
Yeah.
Today's world, man, I think people just get uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I tell them exactly, I can't control people's feelings. That's why I try and de-escalate it. So I'm like, hey, the county clerk, that's why you're here again. The county clerk, she's like, all I did was do this open records request, and she's like, what are you recording for? But like aggressive, not to the point where she's worried. It's more to the point where she's offended that she, it's not a worrying thing. It's not like she doesn't think that I'm going to come in there and do anything crazy. She's just like, how dare you record in my office? Yeah. I said, well, ma'am, this is the people's room. And that's what I'm trying to.
So does this happen often though?
Yeah, unfortunately it does. The government workers, they think that a lot of the time, unfortunately, they're like, this is my office. And ma'am, respectfully, this is the office of the people, the taxpayers. You should. And it's not a good thing. Like, she didn't set a good example for her county.
So are you driving from like New York?
No, not drive. Sometimes I drive. So if it's close, or I fly. Yeah.
You flew out here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Where'd you fly into?
I flew into Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Mm-hmm. Kansas City. Yep.
Then would you rent a car?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Exactly.
Everything good here? Yeah. Good. What kind of car you rent?
Lincoln.
A Lincoln?
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Be on the lookout for a Lincoln now.
Look out for the West Coast, man.
Yep, for sure.
An outburger.
Take care, guys.
Authority has limits, and rights are not privileges. Law enforcement must uphold the Constitution, not personal control. Knowing your rights and standing firm ensures that freedom is protected. A simple traffic stop turns into a tense verbal showdown in Zavala County, Texas. A driver, well-versed in his rights, refuses to comply beyond the legal minimum, while a young deputy struggles to assert control. What begins as a routine stop quickly escalates into a heated exchange about probable cause, lawful orders, and constitutional rights. Who's really in charge here, the officer or the citizen who knows the law?
Guys. You guys not allowed to videotape this property.
What's that?
You guys not allowed to videotape over here.
We're not allowed to videotape the property?
No, not at all.
What law is that?
This is their law.
Well, that's not their law, that's their policy. See, I'm on a public...
Well, she said you guys gotta leave the property, you gotta leave.
I'm not on your property.
You gotta leave. You guys videotaping.
I'm not leaving nowhere, dude. I'm not on your property. You're telling me you're enforcing a policy. I understand that. You're just doing your job. I understand it, man. You're just doing your job, and they're telling you that we can't be on your property, and we're not on your property. But when they tell you to tell us that we can't film your property, they're telling you wrong information because we're on public property, and anything you can see in public, we can film. So I understand you're just doing your job, but we're out here and we're going to film. But if you want to feel better about it...
I just call the police. I just call the police.
Yeah, call the police, and then they'll come out and educate you. I tried to be courteous, and I tried to let you know, but you seem to... What'd you say?
You heard this guy?
All right, well... Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
May I ask what's the purpose for you guys recording the property?
What's that?
What's the reason you guys are recording the property?
Well, do I have to give you an answer?
I mean, I'm security for the facility, so I mean, pretty much my upper bosses are asking for the reason why you guys are recording.
They're asking why we're on a public sidewalk recording?
Correct.
Right.
This still belongs to Coca-Cola property.
This does?
Yeah, the sidewalk.
No, it don't, bro. Nah, don't. It don't belong to Coca-Cola property. See these signs? Coca-Cola didn't put in these signs, these utility.
Correct.
Well, if it's correct, then you can't say it's Coca-Cola property.
Okay, but I mean, I'm told that this is pretty much Coca-Cola property. So
okay,
the only reason I'm coming out here is I'm asking why.
Yeah.
Why is the reason why you guys are recording?
Let me tell you something, if I can help you out. Your colleague came out here. He says we can't film this property. Okay. And I tried to explain to him that we're not on his. He says we have to leave your property, and I explained we're not on your property. Well, you keep saying correct, but you're telling me first that this is your
No,
property.
no, but that's, the whole thing is
They're telling you. Let me tell
here.
you something. I get
Okay.
it. You're just doing your job,
Yeah,
and they're telling you what to do, but they're wrong, brother. This is
But
public.
no, that's pretty cool. This is Coca-Cola. Anybody would want to record Coca-Cola.
This is public property.
No,
we
of
have a
course.
right to record.
No, of course. Coca-Cola is a full facility, man. They make Coke here, and
Right. But when your colleague tells me we have to leave the property, I try to explain courteously to you that we're not on your property. We have every right to be here to film. Now, when the cops come out, they're going to tell you the same thing, that we're not on your property and we have a right to film. And like I said, I know you guys are just doing your job, but unfortunately, brother, they're just telling you bad information.
Okay.
So when the cops come, you guys will get educated. Did they tell you how long it'll be? Because I want to go get lunch. They didn't tell you? Well, that's rude.
What's the whole... No, you guys are rude, actually. I'm just asking what's the whole reason of you guys recording.
No, it's rude that you're walking away when I'm talking.
So who's talking about rudeness?
Hi, gentlemen. We got a phone call just saying there were some subjects out here. Seemed to be an issue. Mind if I ask what you're doing out here?
You got a call that there were subjects out here and that's an issue? Is that
Yes, sir.
is that what you just said?
Yes, sir.
What's the issue?
That there were subjects out here that were fighting, verbally arguing with the people that work here and filming them. So I'm just coming to ask what's up.
Okay, well, let's I guess we'll file a false police report.
Okay. So it's not breaking the law. I'm coming out here because somebody said that there was an
No.
altercation.
They're breaking the law by making up a fairy tale.
Okay.
So
Why don't you tell me your guys' side of the story?
well, they're the reporting party. Why don't you get it from them?
You want me to get your side of the story from them?
No, get their side.
Okay. You guys don't
Because
want
I want to see more lies come out and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys don't want to tell me why you're here?
I'll tell. Well, I don't have to tell you why I'm here. I'm out in public.
Okay.
Okay. Go get their side. Come back, and we'll have a cordial discussion.
What's your name and badge number, officer?
Officer Wallace, badge number 17.
But isn't filing a false call a misdemeanor, or is that a felony?
Well, they're calling me out here because
Right.
there's two
I
people out
understand.
here, and
Right.
I've
You
explained that. And I've explained why I'm out here and I'm speaking to you guys, and
Right,
it's not
right.
false because you guys out here. You guys
no.
are out here.
What's false, Officer Wallace, is that two people are out here and they're arguing. That's false.
Okay.
And that's not a crime.
Okay.
I have every right, as anybody does, to be on a public sidewalk filming this facility. I never stepped inside their facility.
Okay.
And they told me to get off their property, saying that this sidewalk is their property.
Okay.
And I explained to them very nicely, super nice, that this is not their property. This is public property.
Right.
And they can't tell me to get off the sidewalk.
Okay.
And then this gentleman came out and was telling me that the sidewalk is their property again.
Okay.
And I said, no, it's public property because of all the easements, the utility poles. The city put them in.
Okay.
And then he says, correct, but you can't film here. This is our property. So, you know, these guys, you know, I have respect for people that are slow. But for these guys, they're extra slow. When I explained exactly what we're doing, we have every right to be out here. So I said, you want to call the police, and they'll come out, and hopefully, Officer Wallace, you're going to educate them that we have every right to be on this sidewalk and to film whatever we see. Our eyes cannot be trespassed. And they are coming out and telling us that we have no right to film private property.
Okay.
And that is totally bullshit. Is is everything I said correct?
Yes, you're correct, sir. And
Thank
that's
you.
exactly why I want to try and get your guys' side of the story.
Thank you,
So that's why
Officer
I'm gonna
Wallace.
speak to you
So
first.
I appreciate you now going in and educating both those individuals, and I'll accept their apologies.
Okay. Well, just letting you know, I can't make them apologies.
No, I know. You listen. You can't cure stupid. I get it. I
Okay.
get it.
I'm just going to go speak to them, okay?
Yeah. Good deal.
You sure they're not bothering anyone?
Yeah. We'll just give you
You don't mind, but you're telling me this is your property, man. Well, it's good, Officer Wallace. We thank you for educating these individuals. So next time somebody comes out, you guys will know.
This is going to be the incident number. All it's going to say is that we just came out and spoke to you, okay? So no crime occurred. All right, have a good day.
And remember, not everything goes good with coke, especially when you're videotaping.
Would you guys also like an incident number, or do you need documentation of it, like a physical card, or are you guys good?
You got a business card?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Oh, let me grab one. There you go. That's an incident number, just stating that we came out here, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, just be safe with the trucks going in and out.
Oh, yeah.
Hold up.
Hey man, you get a call for us out here too?
I was part of that original call, so that's why I kept going.
Yeah, we tried to educate him, but you know, I had no idea the sidewalk is private property.
Oh, you talking about the Coca-Cola?
Yeah. You know, you can't cure stupid, dude. All right, later.
This encounter highlights a key lesson. Confidence in your rights is powerful, but so is knowing how to handle law enforcement wisely. While asserting your legal protections is important, unnecessary escalation can turn a minor stop into a major confrontation. In the end, standing your ground doesn't just mean knowing the law. It means using that knowledge strategically to protect yourself. What do these situations tell us? That your rights aren't always respected, but knowledge and a camera are your strongest weapons. If you support freedom of speech and transparency, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe now. This journey needs you. See you in the next video.